What's going on YouTube? It's Sabby Sabs and I'm back with another video. Today I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I usually do product reviews, but today I'm gonna tell you the top 10 reasons for you to live in Boston or the Boston area. Before we get started, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe below, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. What's going on? So people ask me this often, especially when people are coming to visit the Boston area. What are the top 10 things or top 10 pros about living in Boston? So I'm going to give you a list of the top 10 things that I think are pro about living here, and in no particular order. Oh my gosh, I almost said order. This is crazy. No particular order. So number one, history. Oh yes, if you love history, Boston is going to be an amazing place to live for you. There are so many historical things here to do, from the Freedom Trail to Bunker Hill to Paul Revere's house. You can come here for a week and you can actually spend the whole week just doing historical stuff that there are to do in the Boston area. So one, history. Number two, food. Yes. Boston has amazing food, especially if you love seafood. I've had the best clam chowder of my life in Boston. There are a lot of mom and pop restaurants here, so whenever I have a friend or a family member coming out of town to visit, I usually take them to those places and not the chain restaurants. So you can go to the North End and you can get authentic Italian cuisine and lots of cannolis. Cannolis. Or you can go over to the seaport area and get great seafood from Legal Seafood or from other mom and pop places. You'll get fresh cod. The food here is phenomenal. So yes, food. Number three, the craft beer scene. For those who don't know, if you are really into craft beer, Boston and the Boston area, and actually Massachusetts in general, has a lot of breweries. Even where I live alone, there are about 5. 2 that are within walking distance from me. So if you're into like Trillium or Night Shift or Aeronaut, those are just a few to name. If you are a tourist coming, you're more likely to go to the Sam Adams Brewery, or you're more likely to go to Harpoon, because those are actually on the tourist trail. But I encourage you to get out of that tourist trail and see the other breweries that are in the area. So if you like craft beer, this is gonna be a great spot for you to come and live at. Hence the shirt. I have on a Night Shift Brewery t-shirt. Their logo is the owl, and you'll see it says Night Shift. Love me some night to the shift. So yeah, this is a great place for craft beer breweries. Number 4, I can't talk about Boston without talking about sports. If you love sports, this is going to be the place for you. Even people who are not fans of New England teams still love being here because the sports culture is so amazing. We got everybody from professional sports. We have football, basketball, hockey, and baseball. We have the Patriots, we have the Bruins, we have the Red Sox, we have the Boston Celtics. All of those teams have been phenomenal. They've had their ups and they've had their downs, but we have a lot of sports championships here. We have a lot of rings, and that's why some people call it Title Town. So sports is number 4. Number 5, looking for a job? Come to Boston. There are so many jobs here. This is definitely a place to move to if you are looking to expand your career, or if you're looking to get into something different, in particular tech and startups. Last time I checked, Boston was number 2 after Silicon Valley for tech and startup industry. There are a lot of them here. There are a lot of tech companies. We also have a Facebook. We also have a Google. We also have a Microsoft Office here. And then all the other startups in between. So if you want to work in tech and you don't want to live on the West Coast, this is the place for you. Number 6, walkable. Boston is very walkable. I've walked from Fenway Park all the way back to my apartment in Cambridge. I think that took about 40 minutes, but it's very walkable. Because Boston is so dense, you can literally walk from one neighborhood to another, to another, to another, and come right back around in a full circle and end up back where you started from. I believe Boston has a walkability score of 3rd. Yes, 3rd. We are 3rd in the nation for walkability. So if you like to walk and you don't have a car and you don't like to drive, this is a good place for you to live. Number 7, education. OMG. If you are looking to go to college, whether it's undergrad or grad school, or, whatever it is you want to do in education, this is the place to be. In the Boston area in particular, we have Harvard, we have MIT, we have Northeastern University, we have Boston University, we have Emerson, we have so many colleges. Those are just a few. We have a lot of them. So this is definitely also a college town, as some people might say, because we have so many colleges. In reference to education, putting aside higher education, Massachusetts has the #1 public schools in the nation. Just the state of Massachusetts alone has that. So if you're looking to get a great education and looking to go to top-notch schools, this is the place for you. Education. Number 8, healthcare. Looking to go into healthcare, or if you're looking to have great healthcare, Boston in particular has some of the best hospitals in the nation. From Brigham and Women to Massachusetts General Hospital, there are a lot of hospitals here, and we have amazing doctors and they do phenomenal work. So definitely a place to move to if you want top-notch healthcare. Check it out. Number 9, architecture/scenery. Boston has a unique scenery. It has a skyline like no other city. We don't have a lot of skyscrapers, but the few that we have really stand out. I can see a picture of Boston scenery and already know that that is Boston. I don't have to stop and guess, is that Chicago? Is that New York? Is that so-and-so? It really stands out because we have the bridges that cross the Charles River, the Harvard Bridge, the Mass Ave Bridge, the BU Bridge. It really makes a beautiful scenery. Excuse me. And on top of that, we also have unique architecture. From the cobblestone streets to the big brownstones, or I call them brownstones because when I lived in New York, that's what they were called, that you see in Back Bay. It's very unique. You will know that you are in Boston. Go to other cities on the West Coast. Go to a San Fran. Go to a New York on the East Coast. You can tell the difference with the architecture. You know when you're in Boston. And Boston is actually one of the cleanest cities I've lived in as well. So that's important to note. And last but not least, this is more so my personal thing because I'm a female and I do love to shop. Retail, kids, retail. We have a lot of shopping stores here, like shopping malls, stores, retails, whatever you want to call it. And on top of that, there is no sales tax on clothing items. I think that goes up to like $160 or something like that, but no sales tax. This means when you walk into a store and you buy a shirt that's $19.99, it's $19.99. That is amazing. Also, along with that, with the retail, we have phenomenal companies here that are known as a Boston brand. Converse, Reebok, New Balance, right here. And I'm not talking about oh, they sell those stores at Foot Locker, sell those shoes at Foot Locker. No, I'm talking they have headquarters here. You have a Converse original store here. You have a Reebok original office here. You have the New Balance facility that you can see right off of the Mass Pike. It is phenomenal to live in a place that has been a part of many firsts. So retail is my number 10. So those are the top 10 reasons that I have that are pros for you to live in Boston. Some of you who live here may have other things that I may have forgotten. If you think of anything else, please don't forget to comment below and let me know. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. Again, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe below, and I'll be back later on with more videos.